Mitsubishi is a big player in other parts of the world, but here in Canada, it's been a long, hard struggle to get their 1% market share. This is the new Mitsubishi Gallant in the top-of-the-line Rally Art trim. It's here to take on the already well-established four-door sedans like the Accord, Camry, and most recently, the Malibu. The Gallant comes in 3 trim levels, the ES, GT, and this Rally Art. The base model comes with a 4-cylinder 2.4-liter engine, and the GT and Rally Art come with a 3.8-liter V6. However, the Rally Art has much more horsepower. The Rally Art differs from the GT by sporting unique headlamps, side skirts, exhaust, and 18-inch wheels. Honestly though, the Gallant isn't going to win any beauty competitions. It won't even be a runner-up. It's just not a head-turner. That being said, the Gallant is a functional sedan with lots of room. I'm a bit surprised that Mitsubishi's trying to advance the brand, yet they're not being very aggressive with their pricing. The base model starts at just under $24,000. The GT is just under $28,000, and the higher performance Rally Art is just under $33,000. Very closely priced to the Toyota Camry. But who's kidding who? The Gallant doesn't have the track record in Canada that Toyota has. This car should be priced closer to the cheaper Hyundai Sonata and domestic product in order to really compete. The Gallant has a high seating position, which I really don't mind, but I can already hear Zach complaining that it doesn't go low enough. The driver's seat features manual adjust on the base and GT and only comes with power adjustments on this top model. The same is true for leather, only offered on the top model. The steering wheel has standard radio controls on the back of the wheel, which is great, but the wheel only tilts, it doesn't telescope. As with the exterior styling, the interior misses the mark for me as well. The materials are actually quite good. They've got a nice look and feel to them. They're very unique and soft to feel, but the overall design is below the grade. The heat and radio controls look okay for the base model, but on this high-end version are too simplistic. The rotary dials work well enough, but compared with other vehicles at this price, it's all just a bit basic. The sat-nav system looks like an afterthought, and the graphics a bit Fisher-Price. By the way, the navigation is only available on the Rally Art trim. The Rally Art does redeem itself on the open road. The GT features a 3.8-liter V6 with 230 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. The Rally Art version we have today also features a 3.8-liter V6, but it has been massaged to kick out 28 more horsepower and slightly more torque. The problem is that Mitsubishi uses a larger 3.8-liter engine compared to the 3.5-liter engines that are featured in the Camry and Accord. These motors produce more power, but they use less fuel. To compare the Gallant to other vehicles, go to our website. It's not just about comparing stats and features. It's about how the car feels and how much response it gives back to the driver. And there's no question about it. The Rally Art is definitely a driver's car. With the larger 18-inch wheels, front strut brace, rear stabilizer bar, and vented rear brakes, it does all the right things. First, the steering is direct and responsive, none of the numbness found in other sedans. When asked, the Rally Art corners with enthusiasm, and even though the engine might not stack up on paper, it pulls beautifully. A lot of response the driver has to the engine is due to the transmission, and the shiftable 5-speed box is slick. Shifts are very smooth, and when in manual mode, the lever has a precise, velvety feel of quality. As we've already mentioned, the Rally Art is a great driver's car, but it's lacking attention to detail. For example, if you do get the higher Rally Art trim level and get the nav system, it's sticking out and it looks really funny. The turn signal sounds like it's something from the 70s, and the steering wheel's a little hard and uncomfortable. If you're comparing this vehicle to other cars like the Camry, Accord, or Malibu, it's just got too much rally and not enough art. The problem with the Rally Art is that it appeals to people who want a sedan with solid power and above-average handling. But what we've seen in the marketplace is that plain, more subdued cars seem to be what's selling. Cars like the Toyota Camry, for example, rule the road. The Rally Art will appeal to a small market, but if you're in the market,